So I want to talk about the importance of having compassion and holding love within your heart, even when it's difficult. So something happened yesterday at work, and this is why I'm bringing it up, um, which is a great example for this. So I know that often, a lot of times, especially at work, a lot of people struggle with saying how they feel, or um, feeling comfortable at work, or even enjoying work, right? And so hopefully this will help you out when you're dealing with people that aren't really close to you. Maybe something that somebody said that you didn't like, or just helping you out with communication overall. So yesterday, I was working. I'm a busser slash server assistant. I flip tables, I greet tables, and I just assist my server with what they need. And one of the things that I started doing recently was I started to take orders for people, just drink orders or food orders. And my manager came to me and told me to not do that, to only do take drink orders when it's busy, when my server really can't get to a table and it's gonna take a while for them to get there. And they told me that like last week, and yesterday I came in and I took the drink orders that somebody asked me to take, and then I was kind of like, should I take it? Should I not? But my manager saw me because I was checking IDs, so obviously I took the drink order, and then she came up to me and in this like really cold and intimidating voice, she came to my ear. It was like, I saw you check their IDs. I told you not to do that, and it's been like multiple times that you do that. You don't even. It's not even busy. And the way she said it was just like it felt like an attack. Even my root chakra was even like flaring up. It was like opening, kind of to protect me, like really just like opening space. And usually in the past, I would have been kind of intimidated, or I would have been like attacked, or I would have felt um, like I made a huge mistake, kind of thing. Because it's so easy to do that, like fuck, like I fucked up, or you also think, man, this girl's a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And the good thing is though, I stayed strong. I stayed present in the moment that she was telling me this, and I just felt my root chakra just like expand, and I just accepted it, and I stayed strong in my energy, because sometimes you can take people's energy in those moments when they're attacking you. You can actually, there's a depiction that this healer made in her book. I forgot. I think it's like Barbara Ann. Um, Barbara Brennan was her name. She shows that when people attack you verbally, there's actually an energetic depiction of that, where their energy or their aura comes at you with like attacks, with like piercings, or like they're pulling, depending on the intention of the person. I felt that that was more of an attack on me, and the fact that my aura stayed strong, like my root chakra was protecting me, kind of, I think it immediately, she sensed that also, because after that her mood completely changed. She didn't there was basically no feeling of her, like, I don't think she felt like she intimidated me at all. She realized it didn't work, because after that she was just like super chill, right? But I walked away from that. And often a lot of people, what people do is they complain when that happens, like, oh my god, this chick, she just like came at me, and like, and so annoying. And but the cool thing is that I didn't do that. One of the servers came to me. She's a friend, and she just checked on me. She's like, is everything okay?" I was like, "Yeah, nothing. We're all chilling. We're chilling." So I didn't even bring it up to her. I didn't bring it up to anybody. I didn't have to say anything to anybody else except to the manager, which is very important, because a lot of people, right away when they feel attacked, they have to go tell somebody. They have to go complain, basically. Um, but the fact that I didn't, and that I felt confident in knowing that I was in control here, gave me that boost. Like, I was observing myself within this. I understood that I had control over this. That was the main point. And so when I walked away, a few minutes passed, and I was like, man, I should probably apologize. Probably let her know, acknowledge that I fucked up, and that I'll change. And I think the reason I did this, I feel like a lot of people don't apologize, and I feel like a lot of people don't take responsibility. Because she obviously had told me. Honestly, I kind of forgot, um, or I thought that it wasn't a strict rule. But then, but I still did it. And for me, from a perspective of like compassion, I feel like people need to apologize more, and also people need to complain less, and also people need to communicate more. So complain less, communicate more to the person you need to speak to. And I think that there's so much power held within being able to take accountability because it shows that you care. When you say sorry, you acknowledge that you might have messed up, there might have been a miscommunication, whatever, but you're letting the person know that you messed up and that you care about how they feel and about what they say, and you care to keep that relationship strong or keep a good relationship with the person. And I also think that this manager isn't really liked. I mean, hear a lot of people complain about her, but at the same time, she's a human being, and human beings go through things, and I don't know what she's going through, or maybe I honestly would not ever approach people like that. The way she communicated to me, I felt like it did feel like an attack. But I will say that I feel like, who knows, maybe she grew up and that's the way she was taught to express herself. Maybe she's going through something, or maybe um, that's just her way of saying things, right? Whatever it is. But me understanding that that doesn't define who she is, that there's an intention behind that, and that there's something that the person is trying to communicate, whether it be her needing to feel like, she's an authority, or whether it means like I do care about what she tells me, etc. There's an intention behind that. There's a desire within that. So regardless of how it looks, right? So me being able to stay strong and not be affected by the negative energy, but also recognize that there's an intention behind the action, and speaking to that intention to make sure that that intention becomes fulfilled in any way that I can. Me recognizing that is me loving the person. That is love. I think that a lot of people want to define love in a specific way, but I think love is pretty simple. It's an acknowledgement of a person's being. It's an acknowledgement of me saying, hey, I see you and I respect you, and I want you to know that I honor you. And so I decided, okay, I went to the bathroom. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go say sorry and let her know, it won't happen again. And I went, and I said, hey, I apologize. And then immediately she was just like, oh no, it's okay, it's okay. Um, and then I said, no, I mean, I did forget. I'm sorry, I did forget. I'll make sure it won't happen again. I even said, I think I'll make sure it'll never happen again. Um, and then I just asked, hey, but is it okay if I do checks, if people need to close out? She's like, yeah, thank you for asking. So I think maybe she desires for me to just be more communicative. Let her know, hey, is this cool? Is this cool? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? I think that was maybe where the relationship is heading now. Now, if I have another question, any doubt, I'll go to her and ask her, hey, is this cool? And I think in the end of the day, that makes her feel valued. That makes a manager feel valued. Like they're there for a reason. And I think that giving people that feeling of feeling valued, a lot of people want to make so much, like, it's so easy. It's very simple. It's just like acknowledge people, respect them, show that you care. And it's crazy because, like, in the past, I used to think that for somebody to feel valued, or for somebody to feel loved, I had to make this grand gesture of like, or tell them, hey, you're loved, you're valued, But it's shown within the little things. It's shown within you being able to observe what a person desires, and making sure to do what you can to fulfill that. And especially when it's hard, when it's like somebody coming at you sideways, right? Coming at you in a weird way, in an indirect way, but which feels like an attack on you. And but you always have to give people the benefit of the doubt. You don't know what they're going through, and you have to always make sure that you put your best foot forward and you acknowledge if you did mess up, show that you care, and then tell them what you're going to do next. So this is really important because when it comes to communication, a lot of people can't do this. I know that so many people at work, even, they complain about coworkers, they complain about managers, but when do they ever go and directly speak to the individual? It's very rare. And this is where we have these loose ends, these open like channels where have never been closed, and they just keep growing and growing and growing. So what leads to one negative experience just keeps compiling up and up, and then the person ends up hating the person or just talking shit, and then it just and then people like aggregate around that same idea, and then people keep feeding that idea, and they just bring so much hate or like negativity to this person. I feel like, bro, like how would I feel if so many people were talking shit like that to me or about me without ever mentioning it to me? So so at work I've learned that, you know, to make things better, you know, I realize that this is one of the ways to make things better. This is one of the ways to transform your environment. This is one of the ways to transform people's lives by showing them a new person, showing them something different. Because who knows? Maybe I'm the only person at work that has ever done that, has ever come and directly apologized to the manager. You know, or maybe I'm the only person that has ever done that in her life. You know, like that's the way you gotta think. Because what if you were that one person? You know, what if you are that one person that changed it and showed a person, hey, there's a better version of people out there. There are people that actually care. There are people that actually want to see the good in you. There are people that actually want um, to connect with you at a good level. And this happens for anything, like throughout all areas of life. You know, I even mentioned it to one of my old friends, like ex friends, I guess. Um, like he had a breakup with this girl, and then things didn't end up well, and he was just like, oh, I'm just not gonna say anything, just gonna let it go, because he was telling me that he felt bad, he had some regrets that he didn't say. And I told him, I was like, dude, well, tell the girl, you know, like what if you're the only guy that will ever come to her and apologize or acknowledge, you know, say sorry for the things that he did, let her know that he regrets some things, right? What if you become that only person, right? And that one person can then give her a reality change of, hey, you know what, people can be better. I can choose a better standard, or I do feel worthy, or I feel acknowledged. You know, what if you can become the one person that can change people's lives like this, right? And it's so simple, man. It's so simple. Acknowledge your mistakes. Say sorry. Show that you care. That's the main point of this video, because at the end of the day, what you're doing is you're loving people. So, so that's the big point that I want to say here. If you guys found this helpful, just you already know, subscribe. Your boy's gonna be on daily videos, so I'm gonna be sharing these lessons on the daily. So stay tuned and stay lucid. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.